Hi, this is Claude. In this video, let's look at the two-player co-op game, Sky Team. Let's learn. First, we'll place the control panel in the middle of the two-player. Each player take their set of dice and the player screen. And we'll put those switch markers all on cover the green, which means all on inactivate. And place the gear marker, put their starting location, blue to blue, orange to orange, and the brake put on the starting position. They also mark on the control panel. Put those three coffee marker, put on the side. We will use it later. And choose which airport we want to fly into today. Which I already choose. For each of those airplane symbol, we'll place one aircraft marker. Put it on the board. And then we'll play the round tracker on the right side, and then for each of the symbols shows the reroll marker, we'll put a reroll marker on top. Then we place the axis in horizontal way. That's a setup. In the game Sky Team, player play as pilot and co-pilot, and we try to land the airplane together nicely. During the game, except the beginning of the round, we can openly communicate what we want to do. During the action phase, players take turns to place dice, but in this process, players cannot communicate with each other in any form. Each round, both players will play some dice on the control panel to control the airplane. Our goal is to reach the airport before the end of the 7th round. We also have to clean up all the, communicate with all the airplane on our way. And then we have to switch all the buttons on. And also make sure our final speed is lower than the brake. And the airplane has to be in the horizontal way. If we can make it before the end of 7th round, we will win the game. So like we said before, the game will play totally 7 rounds. In each round there are 3 phases. First phase is discussion and dice rolling. So first, between players they can openly discuss what's the strategy, what they want to focus on their flying plan. After the discussion is done, then with no more talking, each player will roll their own dice behind their player screen. Then we'll go into the second phase, the dice placement. In the dice placement phase, first, let's learn some key features on the control panel. First, you can see there are different colors of the location. Basically, when all the blue point, only the blue player can place their dice in there to do action. And also, the orange only location, only the orange player can do it. Sorry, I didn't reset this. Whenever there's a location, we have both color, which means both players can choose to do so. And then, whenever there's a location, have a number in there, which means also that number can put it in that position and do the action. When there's no number in there, which means you can put any number in there you want. Each round, both players has to put at least 1 dice in this location and 1 dice in this location. This 2 position is essential. So let's learn a little bit how every position works and what it means. Both sides of the player, they have the radio action. When we want to do the radio, we put one of our dice in there. Like we said before, we can put any number in there. But numbers matter because if I put 2 in there, means I can communicate with the distant 2 airplane and ask them to move out from our flying path. So put 2, so I'll communicate with the second location. So if I want to communicate with the 3 or more, then I have to choose the right number to put it there. This is important because throughout the game, our aircraft will slowly move forward. In any case, if we have to move forward, but there's an aircraft on our way, basically we will be too close, we'll immediately lose the game. So we want to prevent that to happen, so communicate with the other aircraft also important. So as the orange player, they can also put dice here to helping to communicate with the other aircraft. So let's go back to the 4 location, very important, we have to do each round. Unlike the other location action, when you put the dice in those positions, we won't do any action yet until the other side of the player also place a dice, so it complete a set. So in this case, this is the axis panel. Basically, we will slowly control the airplane towards the left or towards the right. So if the numbers are same, it's totally balanced, so we won't do anything about it. But in another case, if the co-pilot places a 1 in here, which means our aircraft will move towards to the left side. The numbers will be the difference between these two numbers. So in this case, we will spin 2 times. You don't want to do too much because we still have customer on our airplane. We don't want to spin around. So in any time, if you spin too much, then we'll immediately lose the game. You have to be careful. Similar to the axis action, whenever a player places a dice in one of the location, then nothing will happen yet until the other player also plays a dice to the opposite location. So this will be the speed of our airplane will move forward. In this case, 6. 6 right now is in this section. So there are 3 sections. Basically, 1 is before the blue, 1 is between blue and orange, and the third is the above orange. You can imagine as gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. That's what I do. If the number total is located below gear 1, basically which means our plane won't move forward. This will move very, very slow. You can, okay? So, but in this case, we have total 6, so it's between this and this. Then we will move 1 step forward. So we'll move our airplane 1 step forward. So like we said before, if you collide into some aircraft, we will lose the game. If your total number is above the orange marker, you will move 2 steps forward. And the last location both players can do have the same function is if any player can put a dice in the coffee section. So if you do so, we'll take one of the coffee marker, put it in our desk. So each player in the future, if they want to, they can use it to increase or decrease 1 and then discard the marker and then use those dice to do actions. So that's the coffee action do. So let's also learn how to switch those buttons on. When we want to switch these 3 buttons, you have to place the indicated number in there. So in this case, I have 5 left. I can put it in here. After I do that, I will switch the button on to the green section, means it activate. And then here also shows our blue marker will move 1 step forward. Landing gear is open, so the whole aircraft will move slower from now on. Similar to the landing gear, the co-pilot controlling the flaps. They're basically the same. So put the indicated number into the location, they'll put the switch on. But in their case, they will move the orange marker 1 step forward. And then lastly, we want to check the brakes. When we want to use the brakes, we have to follow the numbers. So in this case, I have a 2. I can put it in here, switch the button on, and then also showing here, I'll move the brake marker 1 step forward. Brake has to follow the order. The 2 has to be on first, and then we can switch to 4, and then we can switch to 6. That's basically everything on the control panel. As long as the round tracker has a reroll token, we can take it and put it in here. This means any time during the round, player can both agree to use a reroll token, and if we use it, we spend it, and then both players can reroll any number of their dice. Both players using all their dice, then we'll do the end. We'll check in the end of the round. Did we reach the winning condition? If not, both players take back all of their dice, put it back to their screen. Then we will push the round tracker 1 step forward. Then the next round will be orange player to start. So we'll keep doing this until either we successful landing or we crash the plane. That's how you play the Sky Team, the base game. So let me do some reset, then we can start. Alright, so the reset is done in the big. So this will be the first round. First round we're starting from the blue player. And also we see a reroll marker there, so we can pick it up, put it in here. So after both players talking about the strategy, how they want to execute the plan. So in this case, my left and right brain think about each other, and then they both will secretly. Where's my dice? So now both players will roll their dice behind the screen. So in this example, probably I will play as a pilot. Then I'll move the co-pilot dice a little bit far, and then you can play with me together. In the first action, I will try to place a 3 over here. We won't execute the location yet because we have to wait until the orange place another dice over here. But since we have to, each round we have to put one dice here and one dice here. So I think we just play it safe, let them know we have a 3 over here. So the co-pilot decides to place a 6 over here. So he will switch the button on and we'll move our second gear more forward. Back to us. I think I will place a 6 over here. But we do nothing still. It's just like that. We have to, until the set is complete, then we will do some action between that. Back to our co-pilot. So he decided to put a 3 in the radio section. So we will remove one airplane from the location 1, 2, 3. So this airplane will remove. We communicate with the other plane. Back to us. Well, I plan to place a 3 to communicate before, but since our co-pilot do it already, so probably let's try to reach the in-game condition. So I'll place a 3 in here, put the switch on, also the gear, the move forward. Back to the co-pilot. Because he got 2 dice left, he has to put it here and here. He decided to put a 4 over here. So now we complete the set in the axis panel. So we check, here's number is higher, 1 higher than the 3, so we will move the axis 1 step on the right. Now we're a little bit towards to the right side. But it's okay, not too bad. Back to us, we have a 1 left. What can we do? So in this case, we can choose to put it here, put the gear more forward, or we can prepare some coffee for the future, maybe some emergency. I think I'll do that. I'll put the 1 here, prepare some coffee. So if you need, my dear co-pilot, you can have some if you need to. So our co-pilot, he had no choice, he had to put his 1 last dice, put it in the speed section. So now we check, we totally have 9, so 9 is below the second gear, so which means between 1 and 2, we'll move 1 step of our aircraft. Woo. The first round is done. We'll check, did we reach our destination yet? No. So both players will retrieve their dice, and then we'll start the second round. Easy, no? So the round tracker will move 1 step forward, so we know round 2 starting with the co-pilot. So let's discussion a little bit. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit of. Let's look at the board and see what we have to be done. First, co-pilot still have a bunch of buttons haven't pressed yet, and as well as us. Probably we have to more focus on the brake doesn't has to be all open in the end, but it still make our life easier for the future. But I think we still more focus on these 2 buttons. Let us switch them on. If we have extra ability, then we'll do this. And also we see there's still lots of aircraft on our way. So I probably will ask the co-pilot, if you can, because you have 2 locations, try to tell them get out of the way a little bit faster. Okay, after our strategy discussion, then we both will roll our dice. So this is what we have this round. But the round was starting from the co-pilot. The first move, he decided to put it in here to control the speed, control the axis a little bit. because he meant to put a little bit small number here, then I will be easier to switch it back to that direction. Okay, I think that's a good choice because we see we have 3. So if we put this one there, we just move 1 step back to the left. But we're not in a hurry, this one can wait as long as we can do some other playing first. Basically, because during the game, each player cannot communicate and you cannot also see each other's dice. So when do you show or even show it, you need help to ask for reroll or prepare some coffee. It's also important in this game. But anyway, our 3, let's spare that, put it on the side. We know we can put this one later. Probably let's focus on something else first. I feel like we can put a 5 in this location. Yeah, at this point, our speed doesn't have a big problem. And then let's see how the co-pilot reacts. Okay, after they see the board, they like to put a 3 over here. So radio asking for 1, 2, 3. After third location, airport, airplane, please move away. So we will move another airplane. So we clean up our path. Back to us. We can also use this 3 to clean the other aircraft, but probably want to keep it for this round. Or in another case, I can use this 4 to put it in here later. Then the airplane will go left and right. But we'll consider that later. First, we can put the 6 into here. So we will put the switch on. Our landing gear is 1 step more preparation. Back to the co-pilot. So our co-pilot decided to put a 4 in here right now. So 5 plus 4 it makes 9. We still remain in the speed 1. So right now this plane will move 1 step forward. All right. Back to us. So what should we do? We can put a 3 or 4. I think I want to place this 3 in here. Okay, but I use the coffee we prepared before to let this one -1, so become a 2. I'll put it here. Then we can tell this one to move out of the way. Done. So our path clean up. Right. Then back to the co-pilot. Decide to put a 5 in here. So the switch on, good, and then the gear will move forward. So in total we'll drive slower. Okay, our last dice, I have to put it here because we have to put it every round. So it will be 4, which means X's will tip over to me 2 times. So that's we use all of our dice. We check, do we win? No, we don't. So now we collect back all of our dice. And then we move the round tracker 1 step forward. Now the new round starts. So this round starting with the pilot, which is us. Okay, so let's talk about strategy. I think everything looks fine. Right now the only problem is we still have some airplane on our way. This is a very busy airport. So yeah, still, please, co-pilot, could you communicate with the other plane a little bit more? And then I can more focus on the rest of the stuff. Probably I can prepare some coffee for you, if you don't mind. He said, okay, then that's, after all the communication is done, then we can roll our dice, then prepare our new round. So our dice roll is like this. So this is our rolling. Oh, our dice roll very high for this game. Okay, so the round starting with us. No, stop communicating, let's start the round. Okay. I see the plane right now tip over to us. Our small number only have a 1 right now. Probably this is our, at this point I feel like either we can re-roll or I can already put it on the board to let him know I cannot control very well right now. So could you probably put a high number over there? I think it shall be fine. I think it shall be fine. So anyway, I put it here to let him know, please don't put a small number again. Right? So I put it here. Then the co-pilot, what will he do? Okay. All right, here's some planning. So the first action the co-pilot do is he wants to do the radio. So 1, 2, 3, we remove this one out of the way. So back to us. So it seems like in our perspective, since I put the 4 here, I kinda send a signal, tell the co-pilot, if you don't have a big number, you probably have to let me know, we re-roll or something like that. But since he's really confident, he already do something else. He's not very hurrying to this position. So I think he'll be fine. So this is a secret communication. It depends on how well you know your partner. I guess yeah, I think he'll be fine. Anyway, my turn. I will put number 5 over here. Because actually we can speed up a little bit, I think. Yeah, because our path right now is pretty clean. I think we put it here, high number should be fine. Probably I even consider put a 6. Let's put a 6 instead. But yeah, anyway, it's already shown on the panel. Let's don't take it back because co-pilot doesn't know we have a 6 as well. So back to them. So our dear co-pilot will put a 4 in here. He got a 4. Ooh. So the 4 means we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. The number 4, another plane gone. Good. Back to us. Back to us. We have a 1 and we have a 6. We don't have anything to communicate right now. We can switch this on, which is okay. But we cannot do the brakes. I think let's just do what we can. Let's put the 1 here. Switch the last landing gear. So this will move 1 step forward. The airplane will drive slower and slower already. So back to them. Our co-pilot have 2 dice left, and this is 2 locations he has to do. Don't forget it. So the first die he will do is put it in here. Put it in here. So put it 5. So which means 5 is bigger, 1 bigger than 4. So we will tip over to the middle. Right now it's perfect. Back to us, our last one, 6. What can we do? We don't want to, no communication, we want to do. This is already on, we don't have to do it again. We cannot put it here because this 2 switch hasn't on yet. So the last thing we can do is prepare some coffee. That's not very good, but it's okay. We just, prepare for the future. So the last dice of the co-pilot, put a 5 here. So 5 plus 5, we check is 10. So we'll still move 1 step forward for our airplane. Our speed control very well. So that's the end of this round. We check that did we reach our destination? No. So we collect all our dice back. And then we'll move the round tracker 1 step forward. The new round start. I think we're doing pretty well. The discussion phase, we only look at it. Everything looks cool. The balance is fine. The gear is almost done. Right now, only thing we have to focus is probably the brakes, because in the very last round, we have to remain our speed lower than the brakes, then we can fully stop. So the pilot should probably focus on this track. Make them done, at least in the middle. And then the co-pilot, probably your main job is still communicate. Ask them to go away. All right? So, after the communication done, let's roll the dice. Voila la, roll dice. What do we have? 5, 2 3s, and a 4. Okay, this is okay, because we know we want to prepare the brake a little bit. We only have 3, but we can use coffee. Anyway, so but they will go. The co-pilot will start first. Anyway, so let's do it. All right, so they decide to put a 5 in here. Let's put a 5 in here. So basically, they are kind of sending a signal to tell us, they don't have that many small numbers or the middle numbers. But okay, 5 is not too bad. We have 5, we have 4. If we place a 5, not moving, we place a 4, we tip over. Even we place a 3, tip over 2 steps is not that bad. We have time to adjust that. But probably don't challenge. Let's think about it. I would like to prepare some breaks. I like to keep this for the breaks, put the 4. But before that, I have to complete the 2 in here. So probably I can use this 3, become a 2, and then use this. So use this to turn the second brakes on. But let's think about it. Let's think about together. So if I have a 5 and a 3, but we also have to do these 2 locations. Seems okay, right? So I will put a 3 in here. Let's put a 3 in here. All right, back to the Copilot. Our Copilot, we can put, okay, he decided to put a 2 over here. So put the switch on, the gear moving forward. Back to us. So let's do the plan we think about before. So I will use the 3, use a coffee, so become a 2. Put it in here, put the switch on, let the brake move forward. Okay, back to the Copilot. So they decide to put a 4 in here. So put a 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We will communicate, ask for the other plane, go away. Clean out the path. Back to us. We have 5 and 4. So as we planned, we put a 4 in here. Turn on the switch. So move the brake marker 1 step forward. So the Copilot, the last action, they have to put it here. They will put a 5, so which we will execute it. 3 plus 5 is 8. So we're still in the middle of these two gears. So we'll move 1 step forward. Okay, our last dice we have to put it here. So 5 and 5 are equal. So they are our plane not tipping over. We are very steady about to landing. All right, so this is the end of the round. Check. Oh, did we reach the destination yet? No, we didn't crash it. No problem. So collect all the dice. Then push the round tracker forward. Haha, now we get another reroll token. Nice. Now we didn't use any reroll token, which means we're professional. Pretty good. So let's check. Okay, nothing much changing. Only left problem for us is the 3 airplane on our way. Let's just communicate, ask them to go away, let us come in first. Then we shall be fine with this game. So after the communication is done, let's roll the dice for both players. Okay, what's the result? We have 2, 2, 2, and 4. Okay, this round starting from us. We want to communicate with them. We have lots of 2, but unfortunately we only have 1 position to do it. Fine, it's okay. Let's put a 2 over here, probably. And we don't need to drive too slow because our landing preparation basically almost done, so our plane is already driving slower. So we probably should keep this 4 for the speed. Or otherwise, the plane not moving also it will take too long. We don't want to take that long to land. Anyway, back to our Copilot. So our Copilot probably think about the same. He decided to put a 5 over here already. All right, back to us. We can put the 4 over there right now. Yeah, let's do it. Let's put the 4. So 5 plus 4 is 9. So we will move 1 step forward. Oh, probably not the best. Yeah, I do a little bit of mistake. I probably should use my 2 to communicate, ask one of them out before I move the plane. But since I already put it out, so sorry, no turning back. Alright, a little bit dangerous because they are all staying in the 1 position and 2 position. We have to push it as far. We have to try to call them out as soon as possible. Alright? Anyway, back to the co-pilot. The co-pilot said, no problem, fine. He put a 1, so call one of the playing out. Okay, we have to find a way to kick the other one out. What can we do? I'm not sure. We can do it. We have 2 dice left. Okay, we can try to put 1 dice here to get a coffee, and next round we can let this to -1, then to kick this one out. I think I will do the coffee. Just prepare right there. Right. Our co-pilot said, no worries, I have another one. So, oh, that's even better. So he called the other plane out in front of our face. Whew, no more emergency. All good, because we can put our 2 in here. Let's call this one out. So all our path is clean. So the only thing we have to reach is just simply reach the airport in the right speed and keep the balance. So back to the co-pilot, he put a 3 over here. So the plane will tip over that side 1 step. Okay. Of course, he can also choose to use the coffee I just prepared to keep the balance, but he thinks it's not necessary. So this is the end of this round. So we check, did we reach the airport yet? Almost. But we haven't completed the game, so we take back all of our dice. Then we move the round tracker 1 step more forward. And yeah, then the new round starts. Discussion part, basically in this stage of game, we don't have to worry too much. Simply we just maintain the speed, keep the horizontal, then we should be fine. Anyway, let's do it. Let's perform a perfect landing. How about that? Roll the dice. Let's start. So we have 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, 3. The round was starting from the co-pilot. Alright, the first dice decide to put a 3 over here. So our co-pilot decide to put she decided to put a dice here to prepare some coffee. Back to us. Alright, back to us. Okay, we can put the 3 over here, but because we want to tip over before the end, so we can spend 1 coffee. So this become a 4. Put it in here. So we tip over 1 step back. That will be fine. Okay, back to the co-pilot. She decide to put the 3 over here, but spend 1 coffee, become a 2, because we have to prepare all the bottom. Almost forget. Prepare all the bottom before the end of the game. Back to us. I think we have 3 and 2, 1 and 2. We can just prepare some coffee. Yeah, let's prepare some coffee. Yeah, nothing we want to do already. Back to the co-pilot. He said he can place a 4, but we want to move a little bit. Spend the coffee. Let the 4 become a 5. So total will be 8. Let's move 1 step forward. Back to us. This is there's nothing we can do over here. Let's prepare 1 more coffee. So now, in the end of the round, we check that we reach the winning condition yet. No, almost. But both players take back all of their dice, and we will start the final round by pushing the round tracker forward. So we see basically we're already landing. We are right in front of the airport. The final thing we haven't reached in this board yet is we have to maintain our speed lower than the break speed. So that's all we need, but I'm pretty confident we can do it because we have 2 reroll tokens and we have some coffee. This is all we have to do for the very last round. Just push the brake. Okay, don't drive too fast. That's all we need. Okay, can we do it? Oh, by the way, before in the last round, I think when I'm moving the final piece of the flaps, I forgot to move this one forward. But doesn't change the gameplay, so let's keep going. So we have a 6-3-3-2. Okay, this is very positive. The round was starting from us. And the co-pilot, are you ready? Yes, sir. Let's go. The first action we can do is let's make sure everything works. How about that? Let's put the 6 in here. So switch the button on. So put this one forward. And she will put a 4 in here. Probably not the best. So decide to use a coffee to turn this become a 3. Because in this round, only thing we have to do is to have this combined number fewer than 6. Okay, so but this is basically the smallest number our co-pilot has. So he decided to use coffee, but it's okay because we have a 2. So in this point of the game, we already reached the winning condition. So the round doesn't have to be finished because we check, are we in the destination? Yes. And is there any other aircraft inside the airport on our way? No. Is all of our essential buttons on? Yes. Check this 7. And are we in the totally horizontal? Yes. And our final speed is lower than the brake? Yes. So we complete all we reach all the winning condition. So this is a successful landing. So thank you for playing with me. Let's go to the review. SkyTeam published in 2023, and throughout this time also win countless awards, including the Spiel des Jahres, Game of the Year 2024. Even the game itself looked like a dice rolling and dice placement game, but actually the gameplay feel like a trick-taking game, like the crew. The feeling of you want to send the signal in the special way to let your teammate knows what he or she has to do because I only have all the high numbers. So please, I will send this dice here, then probably you can solve the problem, or we solve the problem together without any communicate. The game runs pretty smoothly, pretty fast, and also in this video I only showcase the base game, and which I think is already pretty good. But in the game itself, have like 6 or 7 mini expansions. Basically, those made this game more replayable. And in this year, 2024, the company also published another mini expansion. This is one of the most played games throughout in last year because the gameplay is so quick and still with lots of variety. The different expansion you add in, just all the plug and play. Here add a little bit of taste, there add a little bit more difficulty, and then just simply one different map. Then sometimes you have to fly, maneuver left and right, try to avoid the mountain or something like that. Those scenarios, I think it is pretty nice. They executed in a very easy but still thematic way. Personally, I wish one day they will have a probably dual version. I mean, team versus team, for example, you know, the fighter jet just dodging each other's bullets or something like that. But of course, that's in my imagination. The only thing probably I think everybody will complain is the switch the switch button is a little bit too small. I kind of wish that they can use a cube to put it on those locations, and for people like me have fat fingers, we can easier to switch without having problem. I believe this will become a modern classic, and throughout the years will be more and more expansions slowly come out. I think that's all I think about this game, and I wish you enjoy the video. If you think the video helpful, please consider subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.